for the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome UAW Chairman, Atlanta Assembly Plant, Danny Sparks.
On behalf of the Ford UAW employees, gentlemen, start your engines.
Racing, it takes them almost an entire lap to get to full speed, and during this lap they are all so close together with that hammer down and throttling.
And Jerry, they practiced a couple days here with about 20 cars at a time in a racetrack. Never have they had 43 cars in a racetrack at one time, and now what's going to happen begins right now.
David Gilliland gets pushed down below the yellow line. It's not a penalty as long as he doesn't advance his position.
Right now, you're going to see him 3 wide. This is a brand new repaved racetrack. A lot of grip. The cars are handling real well, and they're really accelerating up in the draft. That's what a lot of drivers are saying. But they can't see out of the cars good.
Got these Toyotas up front. There goes Dave Blaney.
And Andy's been a lot of concern about these Toyotas right now because they were all in qualifying form. Are the cars going to handle? I expect 4 or 5 laps to hold on pretty good, if not longer, but that car, the handling is going to change.
Look at this high lane. They are 3 wide up on the 33-degree banks. Blaney led the first lap, by the way. Michael Waltrip trying to hang on 3 lanes of drafters at 190-plus miles an hour.
Before this race started, all the drivers were talking, you know, be careful, be careful. So I expect they're trying to do that right now, at least to the first pit stop, Andy.
Rod Vickers, they're just barely touching the guy in front of him. They're already doing this bump crashing.
Up high, some of the Dodges trying to hook up on the move. There's a Toyota Waltrip moving up high.
Well, this is the first time Michael Waltrip's going to take his car and keep it up front a long time. It's good to see that.
Now, he's loving this. Now, he's going to be racy today. I talked to him. He's really pumped up about this race.
A lot of these guys started working on deals to be able to work out drafting partners for what would happen in the early laps today.
A lot of guys are using some different strategies here. You see a lot of aggressive driving up front. Some of these guys trying to lead the race. But you also see some other strategies going on. You see the second pack. And then we got a third pack of guys here. We've seen guys go to the back of, say, the lead draft and just sit back there in case something happens. This is the first time we've seen guys slide this far back. I mean, these guys are a pretty good ways back from that lead group.
Well, Andy, I'm watching the times right now, and the lead pack is running like 49.50s. That's the lap times are running. This very third pack is running 49.40. So the Ford group is actually running faster than the leaders at this point.
I think they feel comfortable that they can catch this group anytime they want to, and this gives them just enough separation for a big wreck to happen in front of.
Let me correct John Andretti's situation. It looked like he'd had contact when he came by us, but apparently he cut a right front tire, and the tire just took the fender completely off. He said, I had no warning. You heard him on the radio a moment ago.
Guys, just what I heard. You know, you saw the Ford pack stay way back there, Andy, and that really was about to get Matt Kenseth in trouble from being laying back from the pack so bad. Almost got himself flat because of that. Draft area can pick you up over 10 miles per hour if conditions are right. I mean, you get 4 or 5 of these guys hooked up in a straight line, they can flat sail around this racetrack.
Here goes Truex in the 1 car down on the inside. Says it's my turn to lead.
So the guys who have the strong cars are actually starting to work their way up. All of those guys outside of Jeff Gordon, who has maintained his rear position. He's just back there riding right now, waiting and watching. But there hasn't been much patience outside of Jeff Gordon.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. comes in with so much confidence. He practically guaranteed to win here. He's won here 5 times.
He is excellent at this racetrack, and I like his strategy. He wants to get out front. He wants to lead. He wants to fill his car in that lead air and see what it does. So he is prepared at the end of the race. I think that's the only negative for a guy like Jeff Gordon, those guys in the back.
Show you what happened to bring this caution out. Greg Biffle in the 16, the 38 is Gilliland.
Wow, see a little bit of contact. Looks like Greg Biffle got turned around, but he got straightened up pretty quick.
That's the first time in a while they've been 2 wide, bumper to bumper, like they've been since the start of the race. But look at this.
Yeah, this is what these guys are talking about when they can't see through each other's cars. They got jammed up right there, and the guys behind probably couldn't see that.
Here at Talladega, it's starting to get a little bit crazy as we head toward the halfway point.
You had to wonder just how much patience these guys really did have.
They're starting to run out right now. They've got a little impatience And Michael Waltrip and Rudeman just shot to the lead and ran a really fast lap, close to 200 just a little while ago, running this team down.
Earnhardt Jr. now in the middle groove. He's got some drafting help. 3 lines of cars drafting as they come by. Bottom line there, Jeff Green trying to pull Kevin Harvick and company.
And just a little while ago, they were single file. Michael Waltrip pulled a train to the bottom of the racetrack, drove all the way up and took the lead, and now it's just compacting them all together.
How does that happen, Russell? You just say, okay, I've had enough patience, it's time to go.
Yeah, they're tired of messing around right now. They're back there logging laps, and they're going, okay, I'm being the good driver I'm supposed to be. Now it's time to go racing. And it's really not time. They're only halfway through this race.
Jeff Burton just jumped on his radio and said, blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. Jeff Burton, one of the championship chasers, heading for the garage.
I don't know what it broke. It broke something big.
Caution on the racetrack.
Yeah, NASCAR's putting this caution out because they're worried about oil and what might be on the racetrack from this blown engine from the 31. Wow, you see all the fire coming out of the bottom of this thing. This is a big failure, probably a connecting rod or something going through the oil pan, causing all this oil to come out on the headers, caused this fire.
Did you suspect any problems coming into today? We heard about hot under the hood during the test, but did you suspect anything?
No, I think we were, obviously a lot of unknowns. Turning 8,500 all day long is something we typically don't do. So we learned something today. Hopefully, I'm extremely disappointed, but I'm not disappointed with our effort. Our engine guys and our car guys, everybody's put a tremendous effort out here. Obviously, this about wraps it up for us for the championship, but we'll just keep fighting. We'll go next week and strap our boots on and go fight and see what we can make happen.
And the one car erupting an engine.
There's another one of those RCR DEI engines. Mark Truex Jr. did a great job not to spin the car out. He got in the grass right there. Sure, he had a lot of oil and stuff on the tires.
So watch the one car left of your screen.
Very similar to what Jeff Burton had. You don't see any fire, but you still see the smoke coming out both sides of the car.
Could you tell at all what part of the engine gave way?
Yeah, the bottom end came apart. Not sure what happened, but motor was running good. Car was really good, and we got in a little altercation there that one time, lost on track position. We were getting back towards the front. The car was really, really fast. I was real happy with it. And it's just frustrating, The last 3 weeks, just we've had great cars capable of winning every race, and we just can't seem to find any luck. So we'll just keep going. We'll try to win races. From here on out, we'll just do the best we can. And we're way back in. The points are not looking good, but we can still win a bunch of races. So we'll just go have some fun.
Moving in on 50 laps to go. Tony Stewart now getting past, or almost getting past, by his teammate. They are 3 wide. There were 10 cars in the outside lane, 9 in the middle, and 8 in the inside.
Wow, I think Johnny Sauter cut it really close on Tony Stewart.
Well, they're all really close right now. There's just not much room for error at the moment. This is the tightest we've seen them all day long.
Riding along with Denny Hamlin, bump drafting the 19 of Elliott Sadler, trying to push him by. And the 8 car showing smoke, the engine. The engine woes have been the 3rd car today, and it is the 8 car of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Another DEI.
Stay in the middle.
Engine.
Stay in the middle. Still got cars inside and outside there.
Caution is out here. They're just going to have to clean this mess up, make sure there's nothing on the racetrack.
And with Dale Earnhardt Jr. now, who is managing a smile. I know it must be tough, though, because this is a place you could win.
It ain't that bad, I mean, if this is the worst thing that could have happened. I mean, we had a good day, and we're all in one piece, and we've had a string of motor failures today with the 31 and the 1, but they built good stuff. We tested down here. We all worked really hard together, and tried to bring a good package. I'm just really, really proud of all that effort, how our car ran today, and proud of my team. We had a good car. We led some. We got the people on their feet, and I was hoping to win it. I thought I could win it. So, you got to be around the end. We just had some tough luck.
Oh, trouble on the racetrack. Trouble way up high, and we now have the big one here with 44 laps to go. The 5 car involved. McMurray is there. Rudeman is involved.
7 car got it.
Chase contender Kyle Busch, he's in it. Major damage on the number 5 Chevrolet in his car. Jamie McMurray with the front end knocked out. He's going good. He's window net still up on the car. He's okay. A lot of damage.
Let's show you what happened. Watch the 43 car. Watch the 12 in front of the 43 of Bobby Labonte.
Looks like Bobby Labonte just lost the car up against the wall.
Yeah, Bobby really didn't have anybody around him. It looks like they just maybe a possibility a right front tire went down, or the car just got flat out from underneath him and got loose. It just took off. So we got two chase contenders tore up right now.
Bobby Labonte climbed out from his car right near pit road, just turned in there. It was the turn on the track that looked like a complete surprise.
Yeah, well, it surprised me, that's for sure. And I looked at the right rear tire and up, left rear tire's up, so I'm not really sure what happened. I mean, you don't fight a problem like that, and all of a sudden just went down the corner, and I mean, the rear end just went out from under it. So I'm not sure. My fault, I know, but I don't know how it happened.
How much optimism do you have with 6 races to go that you can pull yourself back into this thing?
Not very much. The team, of course, they want to be optimistic and they want me to be optimistic, but I'm sorry. I mean, it's the realisticness of everything, the realism that sets in, that you try to realize that you're so far back that it's going to take a lot to get back in this deal, and you've got great racers like Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson who are up front, and Tony Stewart who haven't had much bad luck yet here in this deal.
Here's the reason for caution number 7.
Kenny Schrader, exact same thing. Looks like happened to Bobby Labonte, happens to Kenny Schrader, who just gets sideways at about the same spot on the racetrack.
Yeah, it's very peculiar, Andy. I mean, I don't know why these guys are getting so loose going on to entry of turn 3. They start going up at the turn 3 in the middle, and they lose it.
Makes me wonder if there's some oil up there from maybe one of these other engine failures.
When you talk about a fellow that's rebounding right now, Jeff Gordon, the 24 car. So his crew chief say, hey, hang with us. We're going to get a caution. They did get a caution now, and Jeff Gordon's in 9th right now. Just moved up to 9th position. 31 laps to go. He's got to get it done now, guys. It's time to fire these babies up and hold them wide open.
Jeff Gordon having to rebound for a pass-through penalty because of the equipment that came out of the pit box. Look, you're talking about rebounding back and now showing back in the top 10. Hard contact for Kyle Petty in the 45 car. Contact with the driver's side of his Dodge to bring out caution number 8 here on lap 162. Here's what happened to Kyle. Watch the impact now as the car up across the track, probably still over 175 miles an hour, sliding backwards.
Right here is where that softball really does its job. You can see it deflect and take a lot of that force out of this impact.
It looks like that wall moved about 6 or 8 inches at least, Andy, maybe close to a foot. Really helps it. And here comes Johnson up the middle.
Now the politics of the draft are really starting to come to the surface.
And you know, the politics, there's no politics. Now it's each guy for himself. Go for it. Get it done. 15 laps to go.
Jimmy Johnson getting help, as you heard Jamie say, from teammate Casey Mears back there.
For a little while, it looked like the 48 was going to hang his own teammate out. Thought better of that. Got back to the bottom. And look how they're hooked up in that bottom lane now. They're flat making some speed right now.
They can just get hooked up just like this right here. If they can just get bumper to bumper.
That's textbook, man. That's the way you got to do it.
Jimmy Johnson, excuse me, Rusty, 0.3 of a second quicker a lap than is the leader, Tony Stewart, and he is coming in a hurry.
If they stay patient, stay hooked up, they're going to get to the front.
Look at Stewart go to the bottom.
Hey, Stewart knows it. That bottom's quick right now, and Tony, look at it, top to the bottom, bottom to the top.
Whoa, that move might have cost him right there. He went to the bottom and across the top, and he's got no help now. The 2 Penske cars will hook up and go by Tony Stewart.
This car's big, but it's not big enough to block the whole racetrack.
Clear to the top.
Whoa! Contact, the 96 car, Tony Raines involved.
And Michael Waltrip entered after such a good run. Pole sitter involved in the accident also. And you see the 2 teammates of Ryan Newman and Kurt Busch up top. Well, guess what? In the bottom lane, they got 3 teammates lined up. And 3 are generally better than 2. And they're getting hooked up at draft block. Take a look at the 48 of Jimmy Johnson and all the Hendrick guys right to the front.
4 Dodges up high, 4 Chevrolets down low. And Jimmy Johnson gets pushed right by the 12 car of Newman to take the lead.
Newman and Busch got to figure what just happened right there, man. We were just leading the race. We just got shuffled.
197 miles an hour. They take the white flag 3 wide. Here comes Tony Stewart up on the high side.
And the white flag is out. It's waving 3 wide.
Jimmy Johnson Larson, Jeff Gordon trying to hang on to the bottom, drafting help from behind with Blaney in the Toyota. Up high, Tony Stewart gets help from Casey Kane.
That's 4 wide down the back straightaway. Hamlin on the inside.
Here comes Gordon on the outside.
Jeff Gordon has moved up in front of Tony Stewart to get the push by. Jeff Gordon, a 5-time Talladega winner. He knows how to get it done. He hung at the back of the pack all day long. He pulls up, and Tony Stewart pushes him by as they come down. Jeff Gordon trying to hang on. 2 wide, 3 wide behind him. Gordon on the bottom of the racetrack, getting done for second, and Jeff Gordon takes the win at Talladega. Unbelievable, the car mark. He becomes the all-time winningest driver in restrictor plate competition, his 12th win on the plate track.